Kickoff here this afternoon with some St. Stephen's boys lacrosse action. A couple of disclaimers. Number one, I am not a lacrosse aficionado. I'm learning the game just like a lot of folks are around the country, but I'll do the best I can. Disclaimer number two, I can clearly tell that the roster I have for St. Stephen's is incomplete. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to miss some names here, I'm afraid, but we'll do the best we can. Between that and the white numerals on the light gray jerseys that the Spartans are wearing, these old man eyes are going to struggle. But we'll get you through it as best we can and at least let you see the action as we get ready to go here from Denny's Field. Four 12-minute periods if you're new to high school lacrosse. Taking the draw for the Bulldogs is Raleigh Mack. Trying to see who that is for the Spartans. But in any event, we're underway. And Bowie controls the draw. On the attack left side. And that shot back behind the net. This is Caden Cooper. Checked her off the ball. Going to roll down into the corner, and Cooper trying to track it down. Kicks it back into play, which is legal. Scooped up by the Bulldogs, maintaining possession. Cooper backs it back out to reset, being harassed. Dumps it off on the right wing. Checked off the ball. And St. Stephen's has control for the first time. Looks like Zach Mendelson with it. Gets it to the goalkeeper, Sam Palmer. Long outlet pass over on the far side. Nicely done. Here come the Spartans with their first run of the afternoon. Dumped off into the zone on the right wing. So David Center with it, working back behind the net. Centering pass out on top. On the attack left side. Spinning back out. And fires into the net, goal. So St. Stephen's draws first blood here with 9:59 to go first period. And again, I've got a very incomplete roster coming off the THSLL website. Number 29 not listed on that roster. And Bowie wins this draw. Flag coming down. Penalty going to be called here on the Spartans as soon as they grab control of the ball again. Pass swung out to the right side. Bulldogs bring it back out. Cooper sets it up, dumps it off to the near side to Mark Spencer. Spencer back behind the net. Centering pass, fires, bounce pass wide right. Rolls out of bounds, will play on. Still no penalty called here. And now they're going to enforce the penalty, so Bowie will have a man advantage here with 9:17 to go for at least a minute. Bulldogs on the attack, looking to tie things up. Checked off the ball, nicely done, but Bowie maintains possession out on top to Jason O. O swings it over on the right side to Cooper. Cooper dumps it off out on top, swing it over to the left side. Centering pass, swing it over to the right wing. And that was into the net goal. That so fast I didn't see who scored. All right, I believe that was Coy Cooper with that goal. They tied up one apiece. I'm watching our stream here. It's about a 30-second delay, so it kind of serves as a handy instant replay from time to time. Tied up one apiece, 8:39 to go opening period. St. Stephen's controlling this draw. Pass over on the far wing. Centering pass, fires, deflected, goes wide right. Nice play by the goalkeeper there for the Bowie Bulldogs. That's Ryan Zukauskas, pardon me. And we got a penalty called here on the Bulldogs. So now it'll be St. Stephen's with the man advantage. They try to reclaim the lead here with 8:10 to go opening period. Fires, blocked there by Zukauskas. And the rebound kicked over to the right side. And Bowie will work a little clock here with the man disadvantage, trying to kill off this penalty. And throwing out of bounds, that'll go back to St. Stephen's. 7:48 to go. Centering pass out on top, spinning. Fires, goes wide right. Spartans closest to it, they'll maintain possession. Working on the left side. And the overhand shot into the net. And that's a goal. That number 6 or number 8? Come on. There we go. Oh, it's actually dark. Let me get out here where I can see it.
want me to text it to you?
Text that to me? Make it red! I should have asked Coach McCain, but I thought that was accurate.
512?
512-592-0739.
592-0739.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you do the Bulldogs also?
What's that?
Do you do the other team?
I've got theirs, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Let's go, Dogs! All right, we will have an operating roster here in just a minute. That is 2-1 in favor of St. Stephen's. We'll get back to the action here. Midfield strike. This goes wide right, and that is going to go out of bounds. It'll go back to St. or to the Blue Bulldogs. Jack Mabley scored the first goal for St. Stephen's, and I believe that was Connor Dodd, pardon me, with the second one. 6:16 to go, first period, 2-1 in favor of St. Stephen's. Checked off the ball, keeps that by the Spartans. Trying to track down the loose ball, still loose. St. Stephen's comes away with it. Across the midfield square, 5:35 to go. Pass over on the left side. Off by the Bulldog defense, spins through the defense and fires on the left goal. Ball comes in after the play. A little chippy already here in the early going. Help if I turn my volume back up. All right, so that goal again scored by Connor Dodd. That's 2 for him. Makes it 3-1 St. Stephen's. With 5:25 to go. So Spartans up 3-1, and they will have a man advantage here. Draw kept in play by the Spartans. Nice job there. They go on the attack again. Pass over on the left wing. And fires. Bounce shot goes long. Spartans maintain possession. 5:08 to go first period. Over on the left wing. Dump it out on top. Fires, goes wide left. Nice shot on goal there by Finley O'Connell, but it goes long. Spartans will keep the pressure up. Back out on top. Overhand shot, that goes long. On the left side, into the net, goal. That is the third goal of the game, I believe. Third goal of the game scored by Connor Dodd. Over on the far side. 4:20 to go, first period. Back behind the net. Back over to the near side to Ashton Wong. Chased out by the Spartan defense. A hard check off the ball. Nicely done. That was a clean play. And St. Stephen's on the attack. Goes into the zone and fires in the net, goal. Set up on the hard check there by Cooper Nichols. Yeah, we've got a timeout in the field. I'm still jotting down names here on the roster as it gets adjusted over. 3:19 to go, first period, 5-1 in favor of St. Stephen's. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching St. Stephen's Spartan Lacrosse on the Vype Live Network.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, and we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
All right, I think I've settled in now a little bit. Got the roster back where I can see it, thanks to that young lady that provided that to me on the fly. 3:19 to go, opening period. 5-1 your score here. St. Stephen's with 5 straight goals after the Bulldogs struck first. And the Spartans coming away with it again. We're here on the east side, near side, this is Mabley with it. Working back behind the net, out on top to Wyatt Wilkerson. Mabley dumps it off back behind the net. Swings it over to the far side. St. Stephen's on the attack. The centering pass checked off the ball, but it Rolls back out on top. Spartans maintain possession. Dumps it off right wing. Cross court. Oh, couldn't quite handle the pass. Hustling to track it down out there is Jason Layton. He dumps it out on top to Luke Neer. Neer rips a shot to the right side, glances off the goalkeeper, fires in the net, goal. Picking up the rebound, knocking it home was Wyatt Wilkerson, and it's 6-1 favor the Spartans. So Spartans score first. Bowie ties it up, but since then it's been 5 straight goals here for the homestanding St. Stephen Spartans. They jump out to a commanding lead, but goals can be scored in bunches, so can't relax yet, especially with 3+ periods of play left. Pass over here on the near side. Working into the center. Over on the left side and fires into the net, goal. Cooper Nichols with his second goal of the game. And it is 7-1. Raleigh Mack working on the draw for the Bulldogs. And the draw awarded to Bowie. Pass it to the near side. Cross court slipping and can't control it. That's going to be scooped up by the Spartans. St. Stephen's on the run again. This is Nichols. Jack Mabley fighting through the defense over on the right wing. And forced out of the zone there. Nice defense there by the Bowie Bulldogs. And we're going to get another timeout, it looks like. 42 seconds to go. Another timeout here on the field. We'll keep it here. Happy to have you with us here on a Friday afternoon for some St. Stephen's lacrosse. Again, my name is Merle Bertrand, Vype Live Broadcast Director. Very obviously not a pro at lacrosse, but learning like so many of you folks are here. It's a 7-1 ball game. Coming up tomorrow here on Vype Live, St. Stephen's and St. Andrews, the best frenemies in town. We'll have a dual track meet. We'll have that for you at 10 o'clock in the morning right out here at the stadium. Whole bunch of stuff coming up next week. Last night, a record-setting night, 31 broadcasts for us here on the network, including Bowie Baseball. They're part of the Vype Live family for a 3rd straight year, as they knocked off Westlake to sweep that series. That score 6-2 last night from Westlake High School. A.J. Arevalo with the call of that one for you. So we'll have Bowie Baseball next week. We'll have St. Stephen's boys and girls lacrosse and baseball, I believe. As we reach the home stretch of the 2020-2021 school year. What a year it's been. Next game for St. Stephen's, by the way, will be on Tuesday night. It'll be right out here at the stadium against St. Andrews, the aforementioned Highlanders. We'll have that game for you here on Vype Live. Probably just a stream for that one. We'll at least have it on the air for you right here on VypeLive.com. All right, 42 seconds to go here in this opening period. Spartans trying to tack on one more goal before the quarter break. This is Mabley with it over on the far side. Moves into the attack zone. 25 seconds to go. Dumps it off right side. Working behind the net. This is Connor Dodd. He already has 3 goals in the game. Looking for number 4. Spinning on the right side, being shoved out by Elliot Bocci. Centering pass. Fires. It goes wide left. Clock stop with 6 seconds in the period. Time for one more quick shot here for the Spartans if they can get it in and get in position. Here we go. 2 seconds. And they're not going to get it off, but a good opening period of play here for the St. Stephen Spartans at the end of the first 12 minutes. Your score, St. Stephen 7, Bowie 1. We'll take a break, be back for quarter number 2. You are watching St. Stephen's Spartans Lacrosse on the Vype Live Network.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at VypeE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3-13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close in the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
Teams will switch sides. We go to the second period. Merle Bertrand back with you at Dennius Field. And Bowie controlling this draw. They are now going from left to right in the Cardinal red jerseys and shorts with the white numerals. St. Stephen's in the gray with the white. And on the turnover, the ball goes back to the Spartans. Working into the zone. This is Cooper Nichols. Okay, Stevens can take their time with a 6-goal lead. Now Nichols moves in. We're on the left wing, fires and blocked over to the left side. Nice job there in net by Zukowskis. And a flag comes down here, and it's going to be, I believe, a pushing penalty going to be called here on the Spartans. Long outlet pass across the midfield stripe. Oh, they're not back to play yet, okay. Thought they were being a little casual about that. Now we got wind the clock and away we go. Bowie with the man advantage. Over on the right wing. Bulldogs looking for the good shot, probing the defense for the weakness. Now the centering pass and into the net off the crossbar. Tipped up in the air, and that's going to go wide left. Pushing it up across the midfield strike. Checked off the ball by the Bulldog defense. Still loose over on the far side. Yeah, St. Stephen's will maintain control. 10-12 to go, first half. Bounce pass here near side to Will Burkhart. Burkhart over on the left wing. Working behind the net. Heifer had it momentarily, dumps it off over on the far side. Out on top. Finley O'Connell works into the zone. Overhand bounce shot goes wide left and high. Spartans will maintain possession. 9:13 to go, first half. Spinning, centering pass, left side into the net, goal. And a flag comes flying in, 3 of them in fact. Beautiful assist there by Connor Dodd. He found Pfeiffer, the freshman, who took a shot, gets the goal. And good to see him get up and walk it off. Official on the far sideline explaining what the foul was. 8-1 St. Stephen's. 9:06 to go, first half. I think there's some confusion as to whether or not that goal came before or after the foul. Goal will count, and we'll have a draw. Mabley to take it for St. Stephen's. Cooper working the draw for the Bulldogs. Nice job there by Mabley. Blocking out, letting the loose ball be scooped up by his Spartan teammate. Centering pass. Fires through some traffic, kicked away. Again, St. Stephen with the man advantage here after the penalty. Working for the loose ball. Still a battle for it. And the Spartans come away with it. Wyatt Wilkerson working with it. Out on top to Connor Dodd. Dodd fires into the net. Goal. Connor Dodd, his 4th goal of the game. The sidewinder that time makes it now 9-1. Maddox Restivo taking the draw that time for St. Stephen's, and the Spartans control it again. Restivo has it, in fact, over on the far side. Dumps a pass into the zone. Centering pass. Dodd checked off the ball. Still battling with it, though, however. Fires. Oh, goes wide right. What a play there, though. Good effort by Connor Dodd. Knocked to the turf, got back up, maintained possession, and managed to get a shot off before the foul coming in here, I believe, on Bowie. So up by 8, 7:50 to go first half. St. Stephen's with the man advantage again. Fires, goes wide left. Finley O'Connell with that shot attempt. Bounce pass on the near side. Now they center it. Moving to the attack again. Working behind the net. Out on top. This is Dodd. Gets a centering pass. On the far wing. Out on top. And nice play there in goal that time by Duskovskis to deny the Spartans. And here comes Bowie with an attack attempt, but the ball rolls out of bounds. And the turnover gives it back to St. Stephen's. Centering pass to Dodd. And into the net, a goal. Connor Dodd, 5 goals in the game, now 10-1. St. Stephen's the scoop off the draw. Working on the right side. Now they dump it back behind the net. The centering pass. This is Dodd with it. Senior spins off the defense. And a pass over on the right side. Goes long and unable to control it. Goes out of bounds to Bowie with 5:52 to go in the half. Bulldogs on the attack, stepped out of bounds. And the turnover gives the ball back to St. Stephen's with 5:38 to go. Dodd working. Out on top to Finley O'Connell. O'Connell. Pass over on the far side to Nichols. Fires right into the net of the cross there for the Bowie goalkeeper. And the outlet pass comes up the near side and rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs with 4:57 to go. And stepping out of bounds on the sidelines, that'll give the ball back to St. Stephen's with 4:48 to go. Double team checked out of bounds. And here comes Dodd up the near sideline. Working towards the center of the field. Fires, bounce pass, bounce shot goes wide right. Sokol Evans on the defense for the Bulldogs to deny Cooper Nichols. Spartans maintain possession. Mabley on the far side. The centering pass. Fires. Oh, blocked by the Bulldog defense. And that pass intercepted by St. Stephen's. On the attack again. Right side into the net. Goal. Luke Neer with the interception. And he takes it coast to coast. And that makes it 11-1. .338 to go, first half. Ball kicked along the ground, and St. Stephen's will control it again. Nope, they lost the handle of it. And tracked down by Bowie. Checked off the ball, but the Bulldogs maintain possession. And working through the defense. Nice job there. This is Caden Cooper. A rare run here for the Bulldogs. And the fire centering pass goes wide right. Shot on goal there for Bowie. And stepping on the inline. Ball will go back to St. Stephen's with 2:58 to go. Back over to the goalkeeper. That's Jackson Price. Haven't had a chance to call his name very much here today. Across the midfield stripe. St. Stephen's will set up shop in the offensive goal, offensive zone. Working right side. Bounce shot blocked by the Bulldog defense. Coming up at the 2-minute mark here in this first half. That ball rolled along the ground, intercepted, picked up by the Spartans. Todd dumps it out on top. This is Nichols with it. Nichols a pass in the right wing. And that pass goes too long. Turnover will give the ball back to Bowie with 1:19 to go in the half. Bulldogs on the attack. Into the attack zone. Over on the right wing. Back and back out. This is Christoph Aiken with it. And checked off the ball. 45 seconds to go. Bulldogs maintain possession. Luke Schneider with it over on the far side. Working. Sam Palmer applying the defensive pressure. 28 seconds. Bulldogs knocked off the ball as he approached the crease. Ooh, nice job there. Good hustle. Kept that foot planted like a wide receiver. Brendan Fick with a nice play. 12 seconds. And that's going to be a foul here on St. Andrews. Or St. Stephen's, pardon me. With 9 seconds to go. Spartans tried to check, but came in a little high. And Bowie with the man advantage here for the final 9 seconds of the half and the first few seconds of the second half. All right, clock is running. Trying to get a shot off. St. Stephen's checks him off the ball. The shot goes wide right, and that's how the first half is going to come to an end. So we have reached halftime here from Denius Field on the campus of St. Stephen's. And the score at the half, it is 11-1 in favor of the homestanding Spartans. We'll take an extended break. Be back for half number 2. You're watching St. Stephen's Lacrosse on the Vype Live Network.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
Welcome back to St. Stephen's. 11-1 your score there at the half. St. Stephen's on top of the Bowie Bulldogs. A single goal scored for the Bulldogs, I believe, by Coy Cooper. For St. Stephen's, a number of guys in the scorebooks, led by Connor Dodd. He's got 5 goals and at least 1 assist by my count. Jack Mabley with a goal. Cooper Nichols with 2. Wyatt Wilkerson with 1. 5, 6, 8, 9. And I missed Tice Pfeiffer and Luke Neer, I believe, with goals for the St. Stephen's Spartans as they try to St. Stephen's Spartans, trying to improve to 6-2 overall and 3-1 in league play. I mentioned the track meet coming up here tomorrow morning. St. Stephen's at 10 o'clock taking on St. Andrews right out here at the stadium. We'll have that for you on Vype Live as well. Looking ahead next week for both St. Stephen's and Bowie. Kind of scrolling through the list here. Spartans will have boys lacrosse against St. Andrews on Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock here at this field. Middle school Spartans girls lacrosse action over at Pittsfield. I believe that's the field right behind us where the team is taking the halftime instructions. That'll be at about 4:30. Those will be streams for you here on Vype Live on Tuesday afternoon. And looking a little bit further ahead through the week, on a Wednesday afternoon at 4:30 and 6 o'clock, we've got Spartans baseball, middle school baseball doubleheader against Trinity School here. That'll be at 4:30 and 6 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, it'll be Bowie baseball taking on Aikens. That game was scheduled for Monday night, moved to Thursday because of the star testing that Bowie is taking part of. That'll be Thursday afternoon, 7:30 out of Burger Field. St. Stephen's will have middle school girls lacrosse action that night at 5:30 against the Trojans here on this field. And then on Friday, it'll be Bowie taking on Aikens again at Burger Field. They'll be the road team in that game at Burger. That'll be at 5 o'clock here on the network. And as of right now, I don't see anything for St. Stephen's on Friday, but that may change as Coach McCain sometimes gives the schedule out about a week in advance. And I don't see anything for either school on Saturday or Sunday, although, again, that could very likely change, especially for St. Stephen's. So that kind of gives you a look at what's coming up in the next week here for both the St. Stephen's and Bowie here on the Vype Live Network. 11-1 your score here, 4:41 to go in the half. I'm just going to put the headphones down and be back to bring you the second half action in about 4 minutes. You're watching St. Stephen's lacrosse on Vype Live. All right, welcome back to the stadium here. 11-1 your scores. We get ready to start the second half. I am Merle Bertrand, Vype Live Broadcast Director. Happy to do what I can to bring Spartan lacrosse to you here on this Friday afternoon. Cloudy skies, about 68 degrees here in Austin today. Supposed to be some rain over the weekend. And then it clears off. We get up into the upper 80s and touching 90 midweek. It's only early April, but it's supposed to hit 90 degrees next week. But a pleasant afternoon so far today here, even though the sun is hiding behind the clouds. Probably makes it a little bit nice for the nice crowd on hand down below in these aluminum bleachers. That'll turn you Spartan or Bowie Bulldog red in a hurry. All right, so here we go. St. Stephen's will be going from left to right as the third quarter will get underway. And the clock is rolling. We're underway. 11-1, St. Stephen's on top. And they control the draw, moving from left to right. Comfortable lead so far for the Spartans. Wouldn't be surprised to see some guys get some playing time as this game wears on. Working through the defense, outran the defense. Over on the right wing. This is Nichols with it. Nichols on the move again, now centers himself. Cut off nicely by the Bulldog defense, and a sidewinder into the net goal. So 56 seconds into this third period, and St. Stephen's has expanded the lead to 12-1. Spartans control it again over on the far side. Alex Restivo with it, backing it back out. Checked off the ball by the Bulldog defense. Bulldogs still with it on the attack over on the right side. Jackson Daniel. Checked off the ball. That's going to be a loose ball, scooped up by the Spartans on the attack, moving from right to left. They'll put it on the right wing. St. Stephen's trying to get some more personnel on the field, similar to a shift change in hockey. And checked off the ball there. Nice defensive play there by the Bulldogs. And stepping on the sideline, the ball will go back to Bowie with 9:21 to go, third period. That pass thrown behind him, but scooped up there alertly by the Bulldog goalkeeper. Runs it out, dumps out the outlet pass up here to the near side to Elliot Bocci. And checked off the ball, couldn't pick it up. But Bowie gets it back. Nice play here near side by Mark Spencer. Spencer working through the defense, and a flag coming in. A penalty coming up here on St. Stephen's. Fires and kicked away. Goes out of bounds and will get the penalty enforced here with 8:45 to go, third period. So Bowie, a one-man advantage for a minute. Pass on the left side. Dropped it, but managed to scoop it back up, maintain possession. Out on top. Left wing. Fires into the net, goal. Brendan Fick ends an 11-0 Spartan run. The score now 12-2 with 8:17 to go in the third quarter. Spartans control this draw. This is Nichols with it over on the far side. And the turnover will give the ball back to Bowie. Bulldogs showing a little life here. And checked off the ball, scoops it up. Now it's still loose again up here to the near sideline. Somehow managed to stay in live. Good footwork there, but the errant pass scooped up by St. Stephen's. Over on the far side, this is Dodd, and point blank range. One hops a shot wide right. St. Stephen's will maintain possession. Nope, they're going to give it back. No, they do maintain possession. I thought so. Out on top. Finley O'Connell with it, the centering pass. Checked off the ball, and here comes Bowie right to left. Through the defense. And turnover gives the ball back to the Spartans. Under 7 minutes to go now. Working on the left side, positioning himself, looking for the backhand shot. Not there, gets it back out on top. On the right side, Sidewinder spins wide left, rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans with 6:33 to go in this third period. Checked off the ball momentarily, but the Spartans scoop it up here to the near side. Dodd with it, lobs it out on front. Nichols swings it over on the far side, overthrows that pass. And the Bulldogs pick up the loose ball. Bowie on the attack. The centering pass thrown overhead to nobody. Fighting for the loose ball. And St. Stephen's comes away with it. But a flag over on the far sideline. I think it's penalty going to be coming up here on St. Stephen's with 5:48 to go. The Bulldogs with a man advantage here. Try to get the deficit down to single digits. The shot goes wide left. It'll stay with the visitors. Pass to the near side over on the left wing. And that pass broken up by St. Stephen's. The long pole's fighting for it. It gets across midfield stripe. St. Stephen's on the attack, down a man. And that shot goes wide, that pass goes wide left. Goes back to the Bulldogs with 5:17 to go third quarter. Dangerous out in front of the net, scooped up by the goalkeeper. Dump it up near side to Bocce. Spins through the defense into the attack zone. Centering pass, right side, back over to the center, shot, and one hops over the net. Good ball movement, nice pass. It's a shot a little bit off the mark. Bulldogs maintain possession. Penalty's over. Spartans have done a good job killing off the penalty. Team's back at equal strength with 4:44 to go third period. Back behind the net, and that one behind the net. Still a live ball. Bulldogs keep it alive. Out on top, the Fick. Bowie working, looking for the wraparound. And checked off the ball. Good play there by the Spartans. That was Sam Palmer with the defensive play there to check them off that ball. Battle for it near the crease. And the Spartans come up with a loose ball. Running it out is the goalkeeper, Jackson Price, and he still has it across half midfield. Still with it, into the attack zone, dumps it off on the right side. That ball goes long, it'll go back to the Bulldogs, and Price will have to hustle all the way back between the pipes. Heads up play by Hawkins Board. Occupies the position there in the crease until Price can get back in position. Bodies flying everywhere. The ball comes out. And the turnover will give the ball back to the Spartans with 3:02 to go in third period. Hey, Stevens on the attack, running through the defense. Spins. Centers, fires. Point blank shot. Nice save in goal by Jack Cattle. Oh, a big hit there, and that's going to draw a flag. Getting the penalty sorted out over there. Officials might be taking an extra minute or two just to kind of calm things down after a big hit like that. And here we go. 2:29 to go, third period. Bulldogs with a man advantage. Spinning. Fires. Over the net. Backed up. Bowie maintains possession over on the left side. Fires. Deflected and scooped up by Price, the goalkeeper for the Spartans. Been up to the task, allowed just two by him today with 2:05 to go in this third period. Price, a long outlet pass, goes a little high this time and scooped up by the Bulldogs on the turnover. The centering pass, fires in the net, goal. Luke Schneider with the goal as Bowie makes St. Stephen's pay for the turnover. And with 1:51 to go in this third period, Bowie back within single digits at 12-3. And St. Stephen's awarded possession here after the draw. Restivo on the attack. Working back behind the net. Connor Dodd. 5 goals already. Lobs a pass out on top. Fires and blocked in net. Another good stop there by the Bulldog goalkeeper. And Bowie on the attack. And checking him off the ball. Nice job there by the Spartan defense. Under a minute to go, third period. Outlet pass up the near side. Scooped up on the one hop. Spartans might play for one here. And that pass thrown away. It'll come back to Bowie. 25 seconds to go. Plenty of time for them to mount a run. But they in turn lose it out of bounds, and it'll go back to St. Stephen's. Spartans. Long shot goes wide left. "13 seconds left in the period. Pass dumped here to the near side. 6 seconds. And that is going to be the end of the third period. We were 11-1 at the half. The Bulldogs, nice job to them. They came back and actually won that third period 2-1, but at the score at the end of 3, 12-3 in favor of St. Stephen. We'll take a break, be back for the fourth and final period. You're watching St. Stephen's Lacrosse on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, and we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Hard to maintain that intensity when you get out to a big lead on somebody, and Bowie good enough to take advantage and outscore the Spartans 2-1 in that third period. Still a comfortable lead, but Spartans would like to rebuild it here in this fourth period as the teams have switched sides again. St. Stephen's now going from right to left, Bowie left to right. Spartans in no hurry here. Mobley and Nichols working the outside, and that shot into the net, goal. Connor Nichols with his third goal of the afternoon. And rebuilds it to a 10-goal lead here, 13-3. Checked off the ball from behind, but gets it to his goalkeeper, and a foul going to be called here on St. Stephen's, and another foul. We'll let the officials sort this one out. All right, so everything's all sorted out. We're back to the action here. The clock rolling again with 10:50 to go in regulation time. Bulldogs with the man advantage. And shot one hops over the crossbar. And that inbound pass intercepted by St. Stephen's. Nice defensive play there up the far sideline. Comes Hawkins Bohr. Dumps a pass on the right side, and the shot goes wide left. Battling for the rebound here up the near sideline. Spartans maintain possession. St. Stephen's has worked off the penalty. Nichols with it on the far side. Back behind the net. Dodd working through the double team. Looking for the wraparound, shoved out of the way. Flips the pass over on the far side. He'll let Nichols burn some clock here. It's actually Luke Neer. Out on top to Dodd. Clock bleeding out here. 8:22 to go in regulation time. Dodd still with the centering pass. And the back end of the net, goal. Assist from Dodd, and he finds Joseph Caruth, the senior, with the goal. And that makes it 14-3. So St. Stephen's 2 unanswered goals here in the fourth period as they try to reassert themselves in this game, cut down the stretch. Spartans control the draw again. Nichols with it over on the far side. Splits the defense. Fires right side into the net, goal. Cooper Nichols with the one-on-one move. And it's now 15-3 with 7.5 to go. Nichols' fourth goal of the game. So Bowie with it on the far side. I think what happened was the official awarded the ball to Bowie and pointed them in the wrong direction. They had to stop play and get everybody turned around again. And checked off the ball. Scooped up by the Spartans. Splitting the defense on the attack. Dumps the pass here to the near side. This is Palmer with it. On the far side, Jason Layton. And I think Layton's shaken up. He went down to the cross up in the air, tried to get up, and is taking a seat over there again. So we've got a stoppage to play here with 5:50 to go in regulation time. Layton gets up, walks off, the senior attacker. Good to see Tice Pfeiffer back in the game. The freshman, he took a pretty good shot as he scored a goal in the first half. Came out of the game for a while, but he's back out in the field. Shacked off the ball, and a flag comes in again. Centering pass broken up. Controlled by the Spartans, and that'll be a penalty on St. Stephen's with 5:14 left. So Bowie will have a man advantage here for the next minute with 5:14 left in this one. Inside of 5 minutes now. And shot into the net, goal. I think St. Stephen's expected a pass, but instead Caden Cooper fired it into the net. And that makes the score now 15-4. Bowie controls the ball this time off the draw. Spinning pass to defense right side, centering pass too high. Still loose. Tipped up in the air again, and St. Stephen's comes up with a loose ball. Pass over on the left wing. And checked off the ball by the Bulldogs. Nice defensive play there by 28. That was Andrew Bonsack for St. Stephen's, although Bowie ultimately came up with the ball. Spinning through the defense. Shot goes wide. Good block there by the goalkeeper for St. Stephen's. Sam Palmer's been pretty stout between the pipes so far today. And the Spartans on the attack off the loose ball. Dumps it over on the right wing. Seeing some different players on the field right now for St. Stephen's. Loose ball scooped up by the Bulldogs. Pass on the run. Bulldogs hustling to try to track it down. Grant Stone with it back behind the net. And that ball blocked by St. Stephen's. And the Spartans go on the move. Checked off the ball out of bounds. It'll go back to Bowie with 2:33 to go. Nope, they're going to give it to the Spartans. No, it's right the first time. Bowie maintained possession. Running through traffic, right side, kicked away by Palmer. Bowie maintains possession, fires from the left side. Palmer deflects that one off to the side. 2 minutes to go. Centering pass is going to be broken up by the Spartans and scooped up. Nice defensive play again. Here comes St. Stephen's on the attack. Outlet pass too long. Pfeiffer trying to chase it down, but it'll go back to the Bulldogs with 1:47 to go. Ball kicked around the ground, and it's finally controlled by Bowie with 90 ticks on the clock. Pass on the right side goes long. Palmer will run it out. All the pass across the midfield stripe, scooped up by the Bulldogs. You heard the fans. 1 minute to go in this one. Into the attack zone, working on the right side. Pass behind the net. And checked off the ball. Nice job there by the St. Stephen's defense. Palmer checked off the ball. That's a loose ball with nobody in the net. 30 seconds. Bowie gets it back. Time for one more run here with 20 seconds to go. And that pass goes wide left. That's going to roll out of bounds with 14 ticks on the clock. Ten seconds. On the right side, and Palmer comes out aggressively, challenges the play. And fittingly enough, a good defensive play will end the ball game. 15-4, your final score. St. Stephen's with the win over the Bowie Bulldogs. And we'll give you some very, very, very unofficial numbers for the Bowie Bulldogs. I've got goals here by Caden Cooper, Coy Cooper, Brendan Fick, and Luke Schneider. And for the St. Stephen's Spartans, 5 goals for Connor Dodd. We'll get the camera back on the young men. 5 goals on Connor Dodd, 4 for Cooper Nichols. And single goals by Jack Mabley, Jackson Caruth, Wyatt Wilkerson, Tice Pfeiffer, and Luke Neer. I'm not sure if that adds up to 15 or not, but that's what I've got. Trying to multitask here. Bowie dropping down to 3-5 overall, 0-5 in the district. The Bulldogs will take on Cedar Ridge a week from tomorrow. And St. Stephen's improving to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in district play. And again, they will take on St. Andrews here at Denny's Field on Tuesday night. We'll have that game for you here on Vype Live, just the stream. But we'll at least have the game for you here on Tuesday night as St. Stephen's will take on St. Andrews here on Vype Live. Again, Bowie baseball coming up next Wednesday and Thursday next week. So that is going to do it for us here this afternoon. I want to thank our technical director, Cinna Vincott, John McCain, the athletic director here at St. Stephen's, for all of his help this year. And a big